Creator series today, guys. Creator series. The video is on 30,000 views now on YouTube. 30,000 views on a Creator series video. By far my best Creator series video ever. I believe my second best Creator series video ever was a review when I didn't even race in the season finale last season, and the drama between Ben and Krim. We reviewed the stuff, so we're going to review the stuff again today. We've got Tom Beena's race start. Just me on the left, look, GB in front. Both me and GB get pretty similar starts. So we go through the middle here, and Nagera on the medium tyres just doesn't get away well at all. We'll look at his start in a second. And pretty clean tidy, actually. Tom tries to go on the outside of us here. And it does work. Because of the dirty air, he's able to get right around the outside. And I was able to yield a little bit here. Again here, look. I'm right in the dirty area of GB. Tom's not got so much dirty air, so he can just about go on the outside of me. But I immediately learned the lesson. I was like, right, I've got to get tight in the next corner to avoid that dirty air, which is exactly what I do. Tom actually avoids dirty air on the outside, but there's just no grip out there. And there we go, up the inside. And super clean racing between me and Tom. I enjoyed that a lot. This is Nagera on the start, so he's the guy that we flew past. He's on the medium tyres. Now, the issue is, we haven't got it in this clip, they're cold medium tyres. He was never able to get them warmed up. So look at that. He just gets no grip off the start. That was about as good a start as he could have possibly done. And he gets, I mean, 3 people overtake him here down into turn 1. And then also Tom around the outside as well. And then we've got Karim on the start. Yeah, he starts P19 after he chose to do that. There's bit of an ego issue, Karim, what do you reckon? Decent launch, but obviously just so bunched up with the dirty air being so strong this year. It's just so difficult to make big gains at the start. He tries to go not too aggressive, but, you know, just take it easy as people go deep here. And he says, lovely jubbly, thank you very much. And you got the 2 Mercedes fighting in front. Ben just runs a bit wide there, bottoms out, allows Adam to come back through on him, Scott as well. And then Krim goes up the inside of the both of them, lovely jubbly. And again, just Adam almost hits Scott there, and Krim almost hits him, and keeping it tight. And there you go. Nice and clean start, to be fair to Krim. Beautiful start, that is. Now, this is the first drama we get. So this is, I say drama. It's barely drama. Listen to this.
Hello, Krim. Adam?
Oh, I'm getting sent by... Who the hell was that? Oh, it's you.
Me!
Oh, sorry. I thought Krim was you.
I'm really interested to see the Mercedes this season, because both of those guys, I think, will be involved in a lot of incidents, to be honest. I think that's going to be the incident team. Now, an actual crash. They're pretty much wheel-to-wheel going through here. Pretty much level Ben gets slightly ahead here, and then bit of a squeeze, and unfortunately causes some drama. Ricky here directly behind. You get a bit of a better angle at it. Just sort of a bit of touchy-touchy. Ricky just opts just to jam on the brakes to try and avoid it, which ultimately doesn't really work for him, to be honest. Here he is. Adam does similar to Ricky, honestly. Like, rather than trying to go right and avoiding it, he just kind of goes straight. And this is what I mean by, I reckon the Mercedes lot are going to be involved with a lot of incidents. Because check out Adam's inputs here, right? At the bottom here. So you've got the green bar, obviously, is the throttle. You've got the red bar over here. Look at what point he opts to stop accelerating his car. Okay, so no, not clear if it's happening yet. Still not clear. Not clear. Okay, something's happening. He has lifted slightly. He's not full throttle, but he gets more because he's running wide. But, you know, we're in slow-mo here. Okay, give him a bit of a chance. You should have reacted by now, Adam. And he's reduced the throttle, but he is still accelerating. Actually, his car's slightly slowed down, but he's still on the throttle. Still on the throttle. Okay, now we brake. How late does he want to react to this, please? I'll do it in full speed. He reacts so late to this incident. Just not great awareness to try and avoid this, clearly. Just drove bases straight into the back there of Ricky. But let's watch Ben's POV. That's the most important one. Do we think Ben squeezed a little bit too much? We're going to find out here. So we know what happened before then. And he's clearly got the red arrow here. So clearly there.
Oh my god, okay, that's tyres in the bin.
Is there a car's width there? Yes, but you're putting a driver on the curb. The curb can over-rotate the car. It's fine. It's a racing incident, but it's entirely predictable. It's nobody's fault. What I do like, though, is Scott's reaction to it. Listen to what Scott says about this.
Oh my god, okay, that's tyres in the bin.
That's me dead.
That's probably my bad. You were coming in a little close.
I think that's a pretty fair conclusion by Scott live at the time. Harbour Fair Racing could have given more room, but technically didn't have to. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. You're just asking for trouble. The more you squeeze, the more you're asking for trouble. So you can't be surprised if you end up in an incident if you squeeze a little bit, can you? Now this is Gwatz having a little spin. I actually saw this from my POV.
Oh my! No!
And there was actually, I think there was 3 people that did exactly this. I mean, to be honest, I'm glad this happened. That the car reacted in probably the correct way, to be honest. And Gwatz was doing well, so yeah, Gwatz had fantastic pace.
I knew it was going to happen, bro. I knew it was going to happen.
And you can hear he's absolutely gutted. I think he's very cautious on the rejoin as well.
We're going to kill them.
Yeah, like that. Honestly, that is overly cautious on the rejoin. What do we think about this? Speaking of things that maybe are a bit naughty, but maybe Creator Series can get away a bit more. What do you think about this one? This is Mr. Razin Chai and Admin.
Razin Chai comes out the pit lane and will rejoin. I think just alongside, just ahead of that guy. Vintage turn 1.
What do you think? Obviously, by F1 rules, it's not allowed. Creator Series hasn't got a specific rule on pit exit. What it has got, though, is the general rule. The standard rules of Formula 1 racing broadly apply unless otherwise stated in the rules, and we expect all of our creators to observe them where possible, even if a game issue allows the drivers to ignore them. If drivers are found to be ignoring or purposefully gaming issues to gain an advantage on others, this will be deemed a breach of driving standards. Razin, thoughts? Outsmarted the grid, get good. Yeah, very good. Thoughts? Well, I didn't even read what the thing was. Oh, this is Karim and Lolly battling. This is pretty interesting. Karim goes from the outside, kind of, but Lolly has a slide there. Gets a switchback. No contact. No contact. Beautiful.
What a move, Jack.
Beautiful.
What a move.
Karim is Karim's biggest fan. Do you know what this shows? This shows how much room Ben should have given earlier. Because Karim's ahead here, okay, so it's not quite comparable, but Karim's ahead. As he's ahead, he gets to decide the line. Does Karim choose to use the curb? No, he doesn't. Good work, Karim. Yeah, GG's Karim. Karim's in chat saying, yeah, GG's. Nice one, Karim. Gwatz is going for it. Back on Hayden with hards. Huge slide.
Okay, he's done us, boys. The hard. All right, we might be done for, boys.
And then just gets flooded and more contact there. Shock, it's a Mercedes. Pudgy gets a bit shafted by all this. Look how far off he goes. A little bit of contact. He's all the way off the track. Just gets absolutely shafted by a little bit of contact between Adam and Gwatz. I don't know where Adam was off to, yeah. Adam, to be fair, at any given time, Adam only has about this much control over his car, so we'll allow it. Adam overtakes Ricky and learns from Ben. What's the learning from Ben situation going on here?
Push, but I've just gone on a battery, so I can't really do it.
Nicely done, to be fair, by both. Beautiful room. See, this is what I like to see.
Battery, so I can't.
Bit of a squeeze maybe by Ricky, but Adam takes to the curb. There's no contact. Perfect. Perfect. And Adam here, someone managed to get a switch back in his corner, finds the gap. By the way, you know I said before, Adam barely has any control over his car at any given time. This is actually beautiful car control, to be fair. He somehow finds that gap. The switch back there. Beautiful. Fair play. Finds the gap. Lovely. Bit of contact at the apex, but that's probably, I'm pretty sure that's only Ricky going deep. Then Ricky says, no, I don't think the move is done. Back up the inside. You see, Adam reacts to him a little bit there, comes over a little bit. I actually think that is just about all right. Just squeezing just enough to discourage Ricky, make him back out. GG's, he got the move done. So actually good racing there but by Adam. A little bit risky with the squeeze, but it works out. Fair play. Nick on Meraki. Just listen to this. Just listen. So Jake had to go. Jake had to leave at this point. He couldn't do the rest of the race. Okay, so Jake is about to retire, and this is what happens. Just listen to this and see what you think.
Okay.
Oh my god!
How's that virtual? Quick,
virtual.
Nice. Right, we gotta just. Should we just go straight into the wall?
No.
Oh no!
Don't we have the rule that we cannot put like create a safety car from X lap?
Who's pitting, guys? Come on.
It's before the end of this lap, correct.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
This was purple safety car. This is the one that almost absolutely shafted me. Because if you look at the minimap here, look. So I mean, look, absolutely bossing it. I'm out clear with that ginormous pack. So they cause a VSC, and
It's before the end.
Now is when I'm passing the pit entry. From Jake's POV, that's obviously a horrible decision, but I didn't know what was going on up here. Like, almost absolutely shafted me. And to be fair to Jake, I want to be absolutely clear. To be fair to Jake, he did apologize. In fact, my teammate did too. They did apologize to me afterwards. They said they didn't intend to do it, you know, that it shafted me. Like, I want to be clear, like, you know, there's no bad blood, but it almost completely shafted me. And this to me is the problem with purposeful safety cars, is it almost completely shafted one guy who's led by 5 seconds on pure merit. I may not have been able to win the race because maybe my tyres would have died. We'll never know. But it just, you know, it almost, imagine if it shafts me and I end up finishing 8th despite leading by 5 seconds. That's just bad. In my opinion, that's bad content for everybody. Yeah, almost shafted me. And you can see, not happy. Actually, I will be less unhappy next time, because the reason I was so unhappy is because on F124, this would have guaranteed no podium. Thankfully, with the increased dirty air and increased tyre wear on F125, somehow you can defend and you can win with used tyres. So we know that for next time. Now, this is Karim. Now, Karim, weirdly, I spoke to Karim about this. Weirdly, Karim had a wheel issue. Now, he's got the exact same wheel as me. He's got the Moser R9 V2, the exact same wheel as me. Different firmware slightly, and he's also turned up his force feedback a little bit because this game's got slightly lower force feedback. A lot of people have turned up. I actually haven't changed mine, but the exact same wheelbase. His overheats here. There we go. Little game freeze, and then boom. That's it. His wheel overheated and wouldn't turn back on. Karim was actually forced to do the rest of the race on a pad. And by the way, Karim, big respect to you for finishing this race instead of retiring. I think most people, probably honestly even including me, and I hate retiring early, would have retired here. So fair play to you, my friend, for getting the controller out and finishing the race on controller after realizing your wheel was just kaput. Here we go. Kai and GB incident. Here we go. Now we'll go on Kai's POV because he's behind here after this corner. As you can see, move done. Relatively clean. GG's. Hits into the back of GB. And then all the contact. It's far from over, but we're going to just review the bit that just happened first. I genuinely thought, watching this, Kai's POV, that GB must have got an illegal overtake. I literally rewound the clip to be like, well, there must have been a yellow flag. Because I was like, GB must have got an illegal overtake, because why is he so slow on his exit? That was my first reaction when I first saw this. But then I watched GB's POV, and you can see, no illegal overtake, no nothing. And listen.
Oh, Kai, bro. Kai, what?
So clearly, he's not playing games. He's not doing anything on purpose. He's not trying to let him through. There's nothing wrong there. I think all that happens here is GB accelerates. He's trying to get out of dirty air. He accelerates. He's on full throttle there, but he's on none EOS deployment. He's not deploying any battery, and he's just trying to get a wide eye, and he just gets hit, tagged wide there. I think all that happens is Kai does the opposite, and they meet in the middle. Look, Kai's on medium, and then uses overtake briefly, but Kai just drives into the back of him. Like, why has he turned on his battery here? Where's bro off to? He's turning left like GB is, and he's got his battery on. Strange behaviour. But anyway, then there's lots more contact after this. But listen to GB's frustration there. Understandably.
What are you doing?
Live. But I think in frustration here, GB has held it right a little bit more than he otherwise would have done. A bit of argy-bargy. Look at GB's wheel as well. He's literally turning right, unless his wheel's slightly misconfigured. He's literally turning right slightly into him. There's contact there, and his reaction to that is to turn more right, as you can see. It's just frustration from GB. It's just frustration from GB. That's all it is. Kai's moving over, but that's how F1 works. The car ahead decides the line, and he regardless of any of that, I don't think he's trying to push GB over. He's expecting GB to be where he is now. So if you had to move someone for that, GB, but again, it's just complete racing incident. It's just contact straight, doesn't matter. But obviously after that frustration, GB is always going to go for it back up the inside here. Actually, though, really nice move. That definitely could have been a Verstappen-style incident, but it wasn't. And look how close he is to Karim as well, by the way. AI control Karim. Look how close he is. This was actually judged to perfection. GB did not allow the frustration here to get the better of him. Yes, there's a little bit of contact there, but GB did absolutely nothing wrong. This is a textbook maneuver. More contact there in the straight. He sends it on the outside, super deep on the brakes, and then he ends up in the wall. Again, zero reaction. How Kai doesn't react at all, I don't understand it, but fair play to you, Kai. All power to you. I think this has to be on GB. It's a racing incident. He's on the curbs. He's bouncing. He's got a car to his outside who's clearly miles ahead. He can't just shove him off. Not that he could anyway, but if you're ahead, maybe you could say he could squeeze. He can't squeeze. And look, he's back on the throttle. He's not even finished bouncing over the curbs yet, and he's back on the throttle, which pushes him out into Kai. And then because of the dodgy collision physics in this game, his car slides, so he has to literally turn right into him, which exaggerates Kai's car movements. He does stop accelerating there, to be fair. I think after the contact, his reactions are perfect and ends up going around him. Yeah, you're right. Slow-mo does make it always look worse. Let's watch it back again at full speed. yeah. Honestly, it's probably 55-45 even on GB because he's ended up on those curbs because of Kai's little squeeze. And as I said before, Kai can't be surprised. If you squeeze somebody, you end up backwards, you can't be surprised. That's all it is, really. Nah, that's just pure reaction time. If we go slower, we had a point to where he could have braked earlier, but pure reaction time there. Just decelerating. Adam accelerates into the back. But again, it's very sudden. Adam does nothing wrong here. And actually, he does lift. Look at his inputs. He does lift. So Adam does nothing wrong here. It's just bad luck. Just bad luck. Everything bunches up. Bad luck again for him. Neither of the guys did anything wrong. Okay, move on. Move on. Now, this one's called the Verstappen. You know what's going to happen here, don't you? You know what's going to happen here.
I'm holding the brake, that's why.
Look how deep Hayden goes all on his own. And despite him going that deep, he just still hits him. It's literally the Verstappen. Look how deep they both go. Hayden would have been like, how am I getting hit all the way out here, bro? But yeah, it's his inputs. Look, because he's on a pad, it's his inputs. Look, he holds the throttle. Clearly he's got ABS on. Full brake and then holds the throttle a little bit. Just washes out into him. This is where things get another bit spicy. This is probably the second spiciest thing that I've seen. So he gets up the inside. Just about, maybe. Clearly going to go for it. It's not exactly a late dive bomb. He's clearly going to go for it. But we don't need to watch the rest. You know what happens next. You know what happens next.
Tried to leave space, mate.
Classic Ben Daly. And it's also the classic comment afterwards. Oh, sorry. I tried to leave space. I tried to leave space. Should we see how much space he actually left? About that much space is what he ended up leaving. Looking at Ben's POV, Razin probably could have come over to defend that. But I don't look at when he looks back, it looks like he probably can't. So actually Razin there, I think, probably thought he couldn't do it. So decides to not defend it. He breaks at the normal point, leaves room, and then just gets bounced into on the exit. And do you know what I love about Razin though? Razin's decided to take a stand against Ben's squeezes, and he will stay there no matter what. We need more people to do this, and he might stop doing it a bit.
Okay.
Never thought of backing out there. Never thought of backing out. Raz should go on the gravel. I agree. Razin should get in the bin, shouldn't he? Razin should be backwards. Why is he even facing the right way? Get him out of here. And then we've got another move by Ben. This time on Tom. This one, actually, I think that's completely fine. That is actually a perfect textbook overtake.
Okay, well, why always touching? He always has to overtake with a touch.
Get him, Tom. Get him, Tom. I love that comment. But I have to say, from Ben's POV, he gets it stopped. He's on the apex. That's a squeeze by Tom. That's actually not on Ben at all. And I'm sure Tom probably realised that afterwards as well. I do agree, Tom. Overtake cleanly, man. But that wasn't the place to take this stand. But I do agree. Razin should have said that more. Razin teammate shafting. Oh, this is where Razin gets the penalty, actually.
He's really slow for that one there.
Which is really similar to how when Ben got him. Look, Razin's not very happy. But then Fabio gets him.
This is what I mean, man. I just got a double warning.
Did he? Was it a double warning, Razin?
Bro, this is why I want to get past, because he's going really slow through that corner, and it's just fucking me over every time. Cost me position to Ben, and now Fabio.
Get him then. The rage phase. No rage phase. It's just truth. Just get on with it. Ben, show you how it's done, mate. Just copy Ben. We should all be more like Ben. So this is Ben overtaking me.
I'm closer to him now than I was before.
3 laps to go. Nice, clean DRS overtake. Nice and simple from Ben's POV. From my POV, though, I was incredibly tempted to resend this. When we hit the brakes, look how close I am. I was perfectly within my rights to resend this. The reason I didn't send it, guys, though, the exact reason that I didn't send it, do you want to know?
Roy wasn't going to take no for an answer there.
That's why. Genuinely, 100% not kidding you, this clip was in my mind when I didn't send that. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible racing. How is this good content for anybody? He's always there. In a million years, he's always there. He's always there. It wasn't a lunge. It wasn't a dive bomb.
There was no way he was going to outbrake me, but he basically skipped the corner to try and...
Nah, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, that is genuinely why I didn't resend on him. 100% that clip is why. But yes, thank you, GB, because he's the one that sent that clip. And then we've got me re-overtaking Ben. So I actually make a little mistake into here. I overdrive a little bit. I think I touched the grass, actually. Make a mistake. Cost me a couple of tenths. And that actually, Ben said with hindsight, is what caused him to burn more battery because he thinks, oh, I can drop him. Because look, I'm 9 tenths away. What Ben forgot is that A, his tyres aren't fresh anymore, and B, DRS exists here, and C, I've got a lot of battery. Down to 20% now. And look, his tyres, he's not cooking. Makes a mistake there as well, which adds to it. I gain a 10th from that.
Do I get
And suddenly,
fastest lap here?
And now we're starting the penultimate lap without fastest lap, with 7% battery at the start of the straight. Your rival behind for the race win has got DRS and loads of battery. He may not know how to have loads of battery, but I did. I'm using overtake. At this point, I go, he's playing games. I'm not going to rise to it. Switch off the battery, save it for later on because he's not going to let me pass. He'll burn the battery later on the straight. And then a couple seconds later, I go, no, hold on. We really are closing in quickly. Maybe he's not playing games, or if he is playing games, maybe he's playing too many games. Dirty air exists. I can still win. I switch it back on, re-engage, DRS, fly past him on the outside, and that allows me to retake the lead. He completely bottled, and I end the straight still with more battery than him, amazingly. This is the final lap, so this is Ben's last opportunity. If he doesn't get close enough, he burns all his battery, look. And that's it. So what do you guys think of this one? There were some people calling this a double move. Again, there isn't a rule for a double move in Creator Series. I don't believe this is particularly wrong. Technically, if you want to get technical, a double move is making a defensive maneuver and then making another one. In theory, you're only allowed to make one defensive maneuver, right? That doesn't mean you've got to stay tight to the inside. That isn't the rule. That's a common misconception that people seem to think in YouTube comments. So I'm bang in the middle of the track here. When he starts going, I'm obviously not going to let him have the inside because that will guarantee him the race win. So I defend here with plenty of time for him to go on the outside. Clearly, I've defended. He goes to the outside, so I then come back to the outside and leave him a car's width. I mean, more than a car's width. I leave him plenty of room. Allows me to win the race. And look at my reaction to this win.
Guys.
We did it! Can you believe that? We won! Let's go, man! Let's go! Loved it. I was so buzzing because I did not expect to win that race after the late safety car shaft. So I was genuinely absolutely buzzing with that. Fabio's reaction as well to get a podium. Let's check this out.
3 in the first race. Holy f***ing shit. So this is actually my game. Oh shit. A podium in the first race.
I'm so happy for him, man. That was so good. I mean, that's only his second ever Creator Series podium, and he's genuinely buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I'm so happy for him. Fair play to him. Oh, and one more thing. Do you know who, before that race, said he was going to get the cleanest driver award? It was only Hayden Gullis.
Right,
and do you know who only goes and gets the clean driver award?
Yes! Yes! Extra point for cleanest driver. Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Everyone was so close.
Let's go!
GG, well done.
Extra point.
Yeah. Let's go, Hayden.
Let's go.
He literally celebrates it as much as me and Fabio did. I love that. Anyway, well, there we go, guys. That was Creator Series Spain review. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Do drop a follow if you're watching live, or drop a sub if you're watching on Twitch. Look, if it goes well, it's certainly gone well live. If it goes well on YouTube, we will do this for pretty much every single race, because I enjoyed it. It did take a few hours to do this, to get all the clips together and stuff, but should give a special shout out as well to Scotty Designs. I knew the Scotty bit. I couldn't remember the second bit. Scotty Designs. Thank you so much to Scotty. He's the one that put together that list. I then reviewed it as well and stuff, but he put together the initial list that was based on. So thank you so much. Also, thank you to Creator Series as well for assisting in that. So I do appreciate you guys for allowing us to do this. But yes, I'd love to do it every week because I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Hopefully we get some spicy racing come up as well, because definitely Vegas was a real spicy one between those championship rivals. But there was enough to go out today as well. So yeah, do drop a sub, guys. Hope this video goes well on YouTube, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.